Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Afrecha Purim. Happy Purim. Today is the holiest day of the entire year. A day that Yom Kippur, which is generally looked at as the holiest day, is just actually compared to this day, is called Kepurim, like Purim. So we have to grab the moment. We have to take advantage of this moment and not shy away from requesting of the King, Hashem, of anything. Hashem's doors are wide open today. If we request of God, He will grant us. We just have to show up and ask. We also have to be with a lot of simcha, with a lot of joy today. We have to understand that Purim is related to the level of tohu, the level that is beyond logic, beyond integration, a level of godly revelation that is beyond the recipient's ability to receive it, beyond the kli, bli gvul, as we say in Lashon HaKodesh. So we have to understand that Hashem is about to prepare something very interesting to reveal to the world. Something in the world right now is about to happen. Massive breaking news is about to be revealed. Whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's in a few days, I don't know. We shall see. But we have to realize that something is coming. Already, if we look at what's been going on in the world to date, a lot of changes have been taking place. Hashem is truly getting the world ready for the revelation of Mashiach. Because as you know, when Mashiach comes, there will be a tremendous godly light revealed in the world. So, just like in this world, when a person wakes up in the morning, if they look directly at the sun right away, it'll burn their eyes. They first have to, open the blinds slowly, and that even might hurt. And then maybe, open the blinds a little more. They can't just open the blinds entirely and look out at the sky. You ever notice when you walk outside sometimes after being in a dark house all day, and you walk outside and your eyes really, really hurt? Why? Because they're not adjusted yet to the light. So too, and how much more so in ruchnius, in spirituality. Hashem's light, which dwarfs above the sun, so to speak, which there's no comparison between the light of Hashem compared to the light of the sun. So, when the world's going to experience a divine revelation, a revelation of Hashem, it'll also be, if we're not ready for it, it could be too much for us to handle. Therefore, Hashem does certain actions within the world to shake us up, to remind us who's really in charge. So, for sure, on this holy day of Purim, massive things are happening in the world. So we have to tap into it. We have to get excited. And the more we become happy, the more we become besimcha, the more we accelerate and ignite this revelation, the more we give fuel to this fire of geula, of redemption. So we have to understand that on this day of Purim, we went from being the most sad to the most happy. We thought that our entire nation, Rahman al-Islam, was going to be killed. Haman, Harasha, the evil Haman, evil person, may his name be blotted out forever. He wanted to destroy our entire nation. He wanted to wipe us off the face of the earth. And that was actually what seemed like was going to happen. Achashverosh, the king of Persia, agreed to this. He was on board. But with the help, not only just with the help, by the full doing of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, the tables were turned, as they say. And not only were we not killed, but rather Haman was killed. He was hanged on the gallows. Baruch Hashem. So, every year, the same dimension, the same dynamic is re-revealed into the world. We can go from the darkest dark to the brightest light. We just have to ask of Hashem. We just have to get on board with Hashem. We know that Mordechai Yehudi, the Moshe of the generation, got the Jewish children involved. We also can get the Jewish children involved. And we also have the Jewish child within each and every one of us. The part of us that connects to Hashem beyond logic. We have to connect to Hashem beyond logic. We learn in Chassidus that there are many different levels of Seder Hishtalshlus. There's many different levels of reality. The highest sphera of the general sphera is the sphera of Chochmah. But then there's a sphera that is actually above all those spheres, and it's called the sphera of Keser. Which the sphera of Keser is also a sphera. It's also a aspect of this divine revelation, but it is a intermediary between the infinite and the finite. what does Keser mean? These are all beautiful ideas. They're very Kabbalistic, but what does it mean in human terms? Keser is also, we learn from the Arizal, we learn from the Baal Shem Tov, we learn from the Chabad Rebbe, from the Rebbe, that Keser is related to Ratzon, will, desire. This is a level of our experience that is beyond logic. It's a level of desiring something without any reason for it, just because it is who we are. We have to reveal this part of our consciousness where we want to connect to Hashem even when it doesn't make sense. Because while it's amazing, while Torah is beautiful and it's logical and it's enjoyable to experience these great logical, intellectually stimulating teachings, it's unbelievable, it's the best. But it is not the full story. Because then when something's not exciting intellectually, but we're not going to serve Hashem, no. We have to connect to Hashem in a level that is completely beyond logic. And then when we do that, it will also flow into our logic, and then we'll get to understand the deepest levels of Torah as well. This is also related to the Jewish people, that it says when Hashem gave them the Torah, they did Nasa and then Nishma. First they agreed to do the Torah, then they said, then we'll understand what it means. Then we'll understand all the deep secrets of it. That's the way our relationship has to be with Hashem. First we have to say, whatever you say, Hashem, I'll do it. Doesn't matter if I understand, if I don't understand, I'll do it. Then when we become so humble before Hashem that we do what He tells us even when we don't understand, then we make ourselves a kli, a vessel to then bring it into logic and then understand Torah in our minds. And then it'll also penetrate our hearts and our actions that will feel a great powerful love and fear of Hashem in our hearts that will fill our entire being. But we first have to be humble before Hashem. We can't let our logic define us. Because logic is just a limited part of us. It's just one aspect of us. Logic is dependent on our physical brains. Our brain is as great as it is. It's probably one of the most impressive items, so to speak, the things on this earth, if not the most impressive thing, so to speak, living thing, so to speak. But as great as it is, compared to Hashem, it's irrelevant, it's non-existent. But our soul, however, which is beyond logic, is a part of God. So that's why, when we connect to God even beyond logic, like the Jewish people did in the time of Purim, Haman wanted to kill him. He said, if you give up your religion, well, I won't kill you. But they decided to still serve Hashem, still be a part of Hashem. That's when they revealed Etzem Neshama. The Rebbe goes further to explain in the Maimer Ve'ata Tetzaveh that even when things are good in your life, when you are living in a very comfortable situation in Gashmias and physicality, and you have wealth and you have health and you have all the physical things you could desire, but yet you still say, Hashem, I'm not complete. As long as Mashiach's not here, as long as the world is not completely filled with your revelation, Hashem, I'm broken, I'm crushed. Kasis Lamar, as explained in the Maimer. Then we reveal the most deepest part of our soul. Why? Because normally you'd think that when you have all the physicality, you're happy. Some people in this world, they believe, when I get this car, I'll be happy. When I get this house, I'll be happy. Then when they get this house, they're still not happy. Why is that so? Because we have a soul. We desire Hashem. We want Hashem to be revealed. So no matter what physical device we own, as long as the world is not completely filled with Hashem's glory, we're broken. And that is how we reveal our deepest part of our neshama. Why? Because we completely leave our physicality. We leave our animalistic instincts. We connect to our godly instincts. And let's get excited. Let's be this simcha, and let's realize that we are in the days of Mashiach. We're in the generation of Mashiach. And in any moment right now, we will enter the days of Mashiach. Could be already right now in Purim, we will enter the days of Mashiach. The Rebbe told us over 30 years ago that this is the last generation of exile, the first generation of Mashiach. Let's get ready, because already today, B'ezrat Hashem, the Mashiach could be revealed. We just have to ask from Hashem. Hashem is the one really running the show. We can do our best, but we have to realize that Hashem is running the show. With this, may we merit the coming Mashiach immediately. May we all merit to experience full revelation of Hashem, and Hashem will wipe away all of our tears. May Hashem bless you all. May today be the day.